Ms. Le Pen called for France to leave the euro currency zone, despite saying that a return to national currency was at the bottom of her list of priorities. The FN leader traded the euro a huge inconvenience for the French economy. She told Le Monde, "We need to regain our monetary sovereignty. And so, yes, I think that France needs a national currency. The euro is a huge inconvenience for our economy, for businesses, for exports. That much seems clear." French President Emmanuel Macron's pro-EU stance has been put under pressure by Marine Le Pen. The euro is a huge inconvenience for our economy, for businesses, for exports. That in much seems clear. Marine Le Pen, the Eurosceptic lawmaker, has repeatedly brushed off claims her party is struggling to recover from her crushing election defeat against centrist Mr. Macron, and despite calling for France to leave the eurozone, she admitted the policy is no longer a top priority for the FN. She said, "The French did not warm to our policy of taking France out of the euro. It created more stress than anything else, but we heard our voters and have taken the wishes into account. While our Eurosceptic stance remains unchanged, a return to the franc is no longer our top priority." When asked what issue had shot up to the top of her list, the hardline MP said, "A return to national sovereignty, namely the return of national borders. If elected to power, I would immediately take France out of the passport-free Schengen zone." Ms. Le Pen also denied widespread claims her party had been weakened by her disastrous defeat against Emmanuel Macron in last year's presidential elections. She said, "The FN's political line has not changed, absolutely not. Our core political messages remain the same: immigration, insecurity and national identity, but also economic patriotism and sovereignty." Ms. Le Pen, whose anti-immigration rhetoric was central to her campaign, warned Mr. Macron's government needs to focus on reducing the number of legal and illegal immigrants in France. Marine Le Pen has called for France to leave the euro currency zone. She said, "We need to massively reduce legal immigration and step up the fight against illegal migration by sending more undocumented immigrants back home. We also need to limit annual immigration to just 10,000 people a year." Ms. Le Pen, who garnered some 7.6 million votes in the last round of voting in last year's presidential election, said in her concession speech that the FN would deeply renew itself to rise to the historic opportunity and meet the French people's expectations. She said, "I will propose to start this deep transformation of our movement to make a new political force." However, her top aide, Florian Philippot, quit in September after saying that the party was making a terrifying backward slide to its old demons, and slamming Ms. Le Pen's marked softening of her notorious anti-EU stance.